Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome back to Nerdy Jake's YouTube channel. As always, I'm Nerdy Jake. In today's spooky video, I'm going to be showing you guys my two latest horror NECA figure pickups, which is the original 1978 Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface and Halloween 2 NECA Clothline Michael Myers. So, without further ado, let's get straight into this video. Michael Myers, just simply because it is one of my favorite figures in my collection at the moment from one of my favorite films, Halloween 2. Now, I know a lot of people don't like Halloween 2, and I don't really understand it, but I love it. It's one of my favorite films of all time, and I'm very, very excited to show you guys this new NECA cloth figure that I picked up. So this is NECA, for those who are wondering. I'm not sure exactly what year this figure came out. I'm guessing, I don't know, probably late 2010s. Let me just see. Okay, 2019. So yeah, the year before COVID started. Anyway, let's just get straight into this video. Let's have a look at Michael Myers himself. Obviously, I've decided to go with this head sculpt on the shelf, which is the head sculpt where Laurie Strode shoots him in the eyes, and blood drips out of his mask, which I still to this day think this is one of the most badass scenes in the world, and is swinging the scalpel around wildly. Not only that, but looking at the actual coveralls here, you can see all the bullet holes from all the times Dr. Loomis shot him, which is really cool. And you can actually see that the figure underneath is actually blood on the actual body itself, so it's not just the my bad. This thing does not stand up very well. So it's not just on the actual coveralls, but actually on the body underneath. As you can see here, he comes equipped with his trusty scalpel, which he uses quite a lot in this movie. The material is a really well tailored and very nice material. He actually does, the pockets are actually real pockets. You can put things in his pockets. The ones up here aren't, but the ones on the sides are, which is really cool. Overall, this figure is just really nice. You can see the boots there. Yeah, overall this figure is just really cool. I really like this figure. I did get this secondhand, so this wasn't a sealed one. I mean, it came with the box, but it wasn't sealed in the box. Speaking of the box, I'll show you guys the accessories here. So he does come with an alternate hand. He comes with the syringe, which I thought was really cool, a knife, a hammer, and then that is the head that is actually on the figure's body when you purchase it. Now the reason, I'll show you guys a bit later when I take everything out, but yeah, the reason I decided to also go with this one is because my one had a lot of scuffing, and you can actually see all the scuffing on the head there. So this one also looks a lot more menacing and badass. But yeah, alright, we'll get to his accessories, and then we'll get to his articulation. Yeah, and this is the list of accessories that he does come with, like I mentioned before. Here's a little bit of a closer look at each one, so you can see the hammer here, and the paintwork on these is absolutely incredible. They look really good, very well weathered and realistic. We have his other alternate hand, which can hold the knife and the hammer and the syringe, whereas the one he actually comes with in the box is only for the scalpel. Obviously, the scalpel is another thing is included as well. Here is what appears to be a steak knife, which is a bit different from Michael. His is more of a kitchen knife. Which is very similar anyway, but this one's got the serrated blades. The other one's a smoother knife, the normal one. And then, of course, he comes with the syringe that he uses. I think he uses it on a couple of victims. I know he uses it on that one nurse that was in the spa, which was really weird, but yeah, interesting. Very cool looking syringe. You can see it's got the actual tip as well, so yeah, no, very cool. And then this is the head that he actually does come with in the box. As you can see, mine was really scuffed. I don't know why it's like that, but you can see, like, the mask looks like it's almost being ripped apart, but you can't see his eyes in there. But this side's not too bad. It's more that side, but I mean, it's not the worst thing ever, but yeah, I still prefer the other head as well, just because of the eyes. But yeah, but that is essentially all the accessories that he comes with. I'm just sort of trying to go through this really briefly, just simply because we have a whole nother figure to show you guys. So, alright, articulation time. So, Michael Myers' head can move down that far, up that far, left, right, a lot of mobility. Arms can move outwards. Elbows can bend. Nothing is double jointed. So same on the other side. Arm can go all the way out, like such. Sort of trying to do this with one hand, if you guys are wondering why it looks a little bit weird. His hands do swivel. Also love that there's all the dirt and grime on his hands. It's pretty cool. But yeah, a bit of a close-up of his hands as well. Legs kick out about that far. So you've got about that far range of motion. Yeah, sorry about this camera work, guys. I know it's terrible. I'm just sort of trying to do this with one hand because my tripod's broken at the moment, so I'm just trying to order in another one. But yeah, essentially that's it. And then you got some movement in the feet, but yeah. So that is Halloween 2 Michael Myers NECA cloth figure. Another thing I just want to say, he is massive. Compared to most other horror NECA figures, he's actually on the larger scale. So yeah, alright, moving on to Leatherface. My favorite killers and one of my favorite movies of all time, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, original 1978 Leatherface figure. This is absolutely killer. I love this figure. I love this movie. I love everything about this. Obviously, it can't be Texas Chainsaw Massacre without his chainsaw. So you can see there that is obviously an accessory that is included. And of course, as with most NECA figures, the paintwork is exceptional. It is really cool. It also includes his bracelet there. Chainsaw is really well sculpted, and as well as detailed, especially all the blood on the chain and chainsaw itself, as well as his apron, which is actually a material. It's not plastic or molded, which is nice for once. There's the back of Leatherface. Let's see there. And then of course they did an excellent job with the mask, face. It looks really cool. So yeah. Alright, so let's get into his accessories. Well, his box first, really. So this is the box, which is just the original cover for the film. Pretty cool. I love these NECA boxes with the windows. And you can see there's a nice artwork of the figure itself there. And then I'll take all the accessories out so you can see them better. But that is where he was. So let me take all the accessories out. We'll take a closer look, and then and here is all the accessories that he comes with. He is obviously equipped with his hammer that he hits Kirk on the head with in the first sequence where we actually see Leatherface in the movie, which is really cool. He comes with the hook that he puts the... I always forget that her name, the girl that gets put on the hook, but it's really cool. Would have been nice if they did include like a little standee or something for it, and then of course a figure of the girl who was hung on the hook. That would be really nice as well, but I guess it's something that if you have a 3D print or something, could probably make. He also comes with his butcher knife, I guess you can call this. It's kind of a cleaver, I guess you can, something along the lines of that, but again, with these NECA figures, they're very accessory savvy, but also very detailed. Look at that handle. Handle looks like it's an old, very old knife, and it's been used. So, and then he has this knife. I don't ever remember seeing him use this knife in the film. I do see his brother use a knife well, obviously he uses Franklin's knife to cut himself, but then he also flips this knife out. Or I don't know if it's this exact one, but a knife nonetheless. So it's just a knife. I'm not sure who it actually does belong to Leatherface or not, but it's a knife nonetheless. Then this mask here. This does look like the Pretty Lady mask, but it looks like it doesn't. Like it doesn't. That makes sense. I'm not sure. You can probably leave in the comments below exactly what mask this is, but it looks like a worn out version of the Pretty Lady mask. Like you can see the eyelashes and stuff there. Nonetheless, pretty cool mask. We do see Leatherface change masks a few times throughout the few sequences, especially between scenes. So yeah, awesome. So that is his list of accessories. Obviously the only other accessory he does come included with is the chainsaw, of course. Otherwise everything else is attached to his body. So Leatherface articulation is pretty good. It's pretty good range of motion. Obviously I'm not going to move the hands and arms around and stuff, but I And you can get him in some pretty cool chainsaw poses, like as you can see here. You get him in some pretty cool dynamic poses. This is actually a cloth material, as you can see here, and the paintwork on it is incredible. And you can see it's actually tied up at the back there. Very, very cool figure. And as I said, Leatherface is one of my favorite horror icons, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre original movie is one of my favorite films. So very, very happy to have this Leatherface, nonetheless. But yeah, so that is pretty much it. That is the Michael Myers and Michael Myers and Leatherface figure that I did recently pick up from Lobos Collectibles, if you were wondering where I picked both of these up for. I hope you all enjoyed. Sorry about a bit of choppy camera work. It's just, as I said, my tripod's broken, so it's been a bit hard to keep the camera steady. But anywho, I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Keep being spooky. Snooty Jack signing off. Peace out.